this collector and gallery owner knew and bought art from them, gave them food, helped them get back on their feet, and her friend Hannah would give them shows. So that was sort of her quest, was sort of to help everybody get back on their feet. The ones that were forbidden to paint, especially, that had left the bombed out cities and went to the countryside.
Fantastic. We've got a great guest with us today. She joins us here on our big broadcast, and Claudia she has an incredible book, Trusted Eye, World War II Adventures of an Art Advocate. And she joins us to keep on build a little bit should be embraced by artists, historians, and women's studies course.
I think collection is almost like an almanac of the entire 20th century, because she was working in an ammunitions factory in the when to help out for the war. How was it? A woman struggled in trying to get a job. She wasn't permitted to get a job because she married. These different people are not aware of the 20th century, so instead there are ways historians would love to see post-World War II how the armed forces helping. But then there are people like my mother who were not officially part of the armed forces, were helping build the country back up besides crossing the roads. You have musicians and the dance as well, painters, and so she was like an ambassador, and so here as well. So art, there's lots of art in this book. There's also, I think, as a coffee table book, it's really pretty.
Claudia Chester with us today. She joins us here on our big broadcast here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy, and you can join us each and every week on buildgrowandenjoy.com. Every week we bring post-World War II Adventures of a Fearless Art Advocate by our guest today, Claudia. And what exactly are you hoping that folks get out of this book?
I'd hope that they will pass it on to all of their friends, family, generation, experience or understanding of what the 20th century was like, and not having internet, not having any of the easy access, and the struggles it took. So I think what they'll get out of is an appreciation, first of all, of what the 21st century has, but also an appreciation for exactly what's going on in your environment and such. We have photography now. We have images everywhere that can explain writing. There's a skill that it was required then, but it's required.
Guest with us today joins us here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy. Why is it important to preserve the legacy of your mom and dad?
I think people don't realize how the legacy of every family. There's when you have one sense of who are parents, all the different ups and downs of getting through it gives you a new appreciation, and I appreciation for my mother. But most families, if they think about the struggles that their own grandparents, those stories to their family members.
We have got a great guest with us today. Claudia joins us here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy. So give us the profile.
With their background, some do. Many just love history and love actually seeing these different cities war, seeing about before, but didn't have, there are very few photographs. My mother's photography is unique. These are people that don't books. So it's I think between who likes history, but also likes to who to reminisce about.
That's awesome. Great guest to this today. Incredible website, fontaine.org. Tell us about the website, Claudia.
Well, it's a combination of it's the actual of her letter. You can see her graphic, and it's also my mother's art is what's up there. So, but it's also if you want to go in and find people that you may have seen, maybe 400 people in her adventures, and those massive dates of all the people that she counted, whether they're some 200 parties in a year, and how do you do that events? So if you want to get into details and actually read some of this, that's what the website's all about. To make children, these people that
you've put an effort into the book. Why do you think that this book will appeal to readers?
I think it's because the stories are just you don't get a sense of like that time period. It's going to be exciting to people and photography to back it up. It's not, but it's of my personal. I live with these two artists in Europe as a child, and the background. So I think there's something like of the century. That's what I call it, a visual of the 20th century. Very short chapters. So
that's fantastic. Now, great for the book. Where do you see this book going? Are you planning on doing a second, a follow-up, or anything like that?
Well, this book to me I think the website itself is going to add all the details that add. For instance, the diaries I've transcribed, but they're not perfect. I will hopefully one day publish the diaries in a more readable form, because half of them are full of mistakes. But my project, personally, my memoir, So I don't know if that's happened, but I keep working on that. So having lived in 3 different continents, I think it'll be a fun story.
That's amazing. We've had a great guest today, here on our podcast. We know the crusader for art in a ravaged post-World War II Germany.
You say, well, thank you. That's true. First thing you have to say, you got through that one pretty well. I think it just keeps. I guess I can do this. I can hang on just a few more days, because it is. If you get a bad review, I can imagine how that would really. But I've been very fortunate so far that I've been getting great reviews on this. It is a big book too. It's 4 pounds, so it's you have to. It's a little bit of an investment to you carry that around with you. But I hope that it ends up in libraries, especially. It has a lot of legs to it and a lot of life. So these reviews will encourage librarians to purchase it. It's a great gift to daughter, mother, and even have something unique for them to enjoy.
And a lot of time in the biography and a visual almanac for an intricate slice of the 20th century. Give me your thoughts on this.
That not to make it autobiographical, not to make it my late life. So all of these stories are unknown to me. This is all brand new and it's from fresh eyes. So it's not a memoir. It's definitely a biography, and it's definitely an historical piece. And I covers things even from the Jewish underground that people. I was a runner with my father, which I did not know about. It came secretly down to Switzerland to help the Jews get back to Israel. But I did not know about that. It was a very important piece after World War II, is all the refugees and how difficult that was. And then or McCarthyism and a time period that we think about only in the States and how it affected maybe artists here. They were, accused of communism and were forbidden to work. It was happening over in Germany as well. Any State Department where my dad worked, and the New York people, if they just parts of our. That's why I called it. And I call it visual almanacs. I photographs and I help move very along. It's also on.
Troy.com. In this Trusted Eye, it explores the impact of women, society, and lasting impression of creativity, culture. What one lesson?
Well, Mother follows Gut a lot. I think straps up and getting that fearlessness quote out of you and keep doing.
So when you were writing this book, you knew you had to include in the book, and was there anything that you thought about taking out of the book?
Father's infant. I wasn't called a big piece of it, because does that really add? It's a thought heal, right? And so those are both areas. But and that story as well, because it was a. I mean, what she did for you readers to find us, eventually she conquered it. So I was right about that.
So she hated at Yale, was a strong, fearless, persistent working woman who sacrificed her art for her husband's art and give voice to other artists. Because that's a fascinating part of the book.
I wonder about and her grandfather funded her education. Was in the Depression, so she couldn't finish that fund. She had to come back because my parents would fund her. Even when she came back, she spent that whole year trying to get all kinds of things she was trying to do for herself as an artist. Then she met a very incredible artist who self-absorbed kind of artist that you have to be. Setting her art up for him time, and they also lived in Tortola, and they were married. Mother expected to continue her painting right alongside Dad, but watercolor and shot would fall down on their painting and ruin it. And so even Dad oils and Dad watercolors and also it was a lot of breath. She using her chops, but sort of losing her volition to continue that. And then and after that she said, well, she actually wrote to her mother, we can only have artists in the house. So I think she just decided that she was going to start using her skills. She continued to use her skills. It's just not in painting, photography, and all the difference in the world in terms of what she continued to do. She didn't not use her sitting brush.
My friend, how do people get with you online and everywhere else?
Well, thank you so much for asking that. So you can also buy it off the website. And if you live in Austin, you could buy it at our local bookstores here, or Milwaukee, you can buy it there in those bookstores. So at fontaine.org.
Fantastic. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for joining, and we will talk soon. Is our guest. Fontaine.org is go over and check that out today. A brief time out. And indeed, catch you next week on Build, Grow, Enjoy.